Hey everybody, welcome back to another Lion Place of Binding Classic Afterbirth. We lost our relatively small streak last time. It was at 19, and we lost it on a keeper run, which, mad respect, you know? What can you say? We lost to the character we deserve to lose on. We are who we thought we were! E97P. P9, doctor. Oh, how's your sex life? Let me just say, P9, doctor. Say no more! Oh, we have, you know, the Hippocratic Oath, but I've never heard about that before. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, really. Sometimes, you know, you just gotta turn the mental filter off. We all have that filter. Yeah, we'll take that as Judas. That seems to save our life, probably. We all have that filter that's like, should we say this thing? Most of the time, the answer's doesn't matter, you know. We say it's not that bad, it's not that good. Some of the times you go, whoa, don't say that. It's a terrible thing to say. The thing with, you know, recording 1,500 episodes of the same game is that at some point you gotta turn that filter off, and then you just learn to apologize instead of actually stopping what you probably shouldn't have said. Yeah, we shouldn't be here. At least we didn't get hit 3 times by Dingle. That would have been embarrassing. We need to explore this floor in its entirety because we need to pick up some extra bombs in addition to the extra HP that may exist out here. And the Emperor card is actually quite good. We can use that to get out of a curse room, maybe just fight the boss immediately on the next floor to minimize the risk of fucking up our deal with the devil chance. There are 3 tinted rocks available. Okay, do not die. This is like a post-streak hangover situation. It happens. We're in no position to die. All we gotta do is keep ourselves alive, as idiotic as that might sound. Give us a bomb. I understand, that's a troll bomb. It's not really what I asked for. You're really not gonna give me a bomb. You gave me more HP. This is really my own fault, because if I had taken less damage, I could have gone into the curse room, and then anything could have happened inside of that curse room. You know, we could have gotten bombs, we could have gotten a guppy item. But instead, I fucked it up. I take ownership and responsibility for that. We're going to shoot these poops, and then we're going to move down to the next floor, and I'm going to take this as a bummer that I didn't get to open any tinted rocks. There also may have been no bombs in the curse room for that matter, but I'm going to take this as a bummer, but I'm also going to take this as a wake-up call, and at least it's a lesson that didn't require us dying to learn it, you know? We came close to death, but did not die. This can be like our scared straight, you know, A&E inside of the nation's prisons reality TV show here. All we need to do... I mean, we got 3 HP as Judas. That's fantastic. That's why I can't really act like the last floor was anything but quite good for us. The only bummer is that there's probably, like, you know, 6 Spirit Hearts or 3 Spirit Hearts and a small rock or something like that back on the last floor. We do have the ability to get into Isaac's room because of these 2 bombs. We used 1 bomb to try to find a Spirit Heart out of a tinted rock, and unfortunately we got repaid with a golden chest, and I gotta be honest with you, it's getting a little ridiculous, the speed and rate of which we have to get teleported from room to room here. Could place a bomb, possibly find the secret room and get that tarot card, but it's kind of a secondary concern for me right now. What is not a secondary concern is picking up, like, you know, a single key, something we could use to improve our chances. 5 cents is good, but again, with no keys and only 1 bomb, our hands are tied to a large degree here. Now, all this belly aching might start to seem... Oh, thank God. Might start to seem a little silly if we get an amazing deal with the devil item that doesn't cost us a ton, but consumable-wise, the game has not been kind so far. And I think that's, you know, nearly objective. Now, if I could just get 1 more key for finishing the room, maybe? Okay, a half heart is something. It's not a key, but it's something. You definitely go item room here. You know, there's an okay chance we get 10 or 5 bombs, depending on how things go here. We got Celtic Cross, which is neither 10 nor 5 bombs, but apart from that, it's okay. I'm a little disappointed, because there's been a lot of potential here. Plenty of tinted rocks and an Isaac's room, but no ability to enter them, and, you know, we can't open that golden chest either. We can't even go to the shop on this floor, so I'm bummed out because it really seemed like, you know, on a different character, I don't know, with a different luck stat, maybe we could have gotten a ridiculous amount of upgrades early, but either way, we're Judas, we got that awesome damage multiplier. We got Book of Belial, so our Deal with the Devil chance is always going to be pretty good. And we got a lot of HP that we can take into our Deal with the Devil. Pentagram's really nice. And we will take Dark Matter, which is, by pretty much all metrics, a pretty good item here. +1 damage. Fear Shot is give or take, but still. I am going to look for the secret room. And I think the best way to do it is right like that. Found the secret room, gave us a Wheel of Fortune card. Please stop teleporting me. This is ridiculous. We've teleported like 15 times on this one tiny level. Okay, in here. Usually it's enemies. And we don't have to fight the enemies. It's also hearts. Okay. Then we're going to use Wheel of Fortune, and we're going to hope that we get ridiculously lucky with keys or bombs. Neither. Okay. I'm not that salty about it again. We managed to at least get precedent. I can't be too bummed out, not to mention Pentagram, a pretty good item. A very good item, if we're being honest. Our damage has come up a lot. And as Judas with that damage multiplier to begin with, we're in a good spot, but I just wish that maybe we'd been able to pick up, you know, any of the myriad opportunities available. Even like a single Spirit Heart would have been super nice. Not to mention, you know, Small Rock, obviously, but gotta check quickly. I suppose we should have just checked the room on our left, but that does get us a little closer to the Bob transformation, which, you know, you'll excuse me if I'm not holding my breath over that one, considering I think I've seen it probably twice in my entire Isaac quote-unquote career, which is actually becoming, unironically, I guess, more of an actual, oh my god, more of an actual career? Has been for a while, I suppose. We got 2 bombs and the secret room from the bomb that we placed. Still not what I'm looking for. Like, I really want a Spirit Heart. But I can't deny that we got pretty sick value there. A Spirit Heart allows us to at least go into the curse room without ruining our best possible chance at a deal with the devil. We should start using Book of Belial on the regular here. All we really need to do is, you know, hit enemies. Ooh, that was dicey. Hit big enemies, you know, 3 or 4 times, they're dead. Small enemies are down in 1, so starting to get a little bit stacked from a DPS standpoint if we weren't there already. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is it worth it to blow up these mushrooms? I think if we don't find tinted rocks, the answer is, like, undoubtedly yes. But just because we haven't found tinted rocks doesn't mean they don't exist here. Okay, we have a boss trap room with a regular chest. Honestly, we're not in much of a position to, like, say that that's not worth doing right now, because our consumables are not amazing. Getting better, but not amazing. I don't really want to use the Emperor card to teleport out of it, though, so I'm kind of caught in this position where I'm like, it's not really worth it, but it's not worth... It's like a movie on, like, the Sci-Fi Channel. I don't know what... We call it Space Up here, I think. Or we call it Sci-Fi? I can't remember. One of the... America or Canada calls their science fiction network something stupid. Rainbow Worm can be good. In a humorous way, at least. But it's like, you know, it's late night. Chronicles of Riddick is on, and you're like, well, I don't really want to watch the Chronicles of Riddick, but I know a lot of people like that movie, by the way. I guess I'm just being contrarian. But I saw it in theaters in 10th grade, and even then I was too much of a snob to put my ridiculousness aside and enjoy myself. Either way, Chronicles of Riddick is on. You're like, it's not really worth watching, but it's not really worth turning off either, you know. Vin Diesel's hamming it up. Tandy Newton's having a good time, you know. It's kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, like edgy edition. I guess I can get down with that. We're going to use bombs here, as you might expect. Oh, the goat head is big, too. We finally got a Spirit Heart. In this case, a Demon Heart, but, you know, functionally speaking, basically a Spirit Heart. I would like to pop 2 of diamonds on this floor, because I do think the Emperor is more useful. It does. Remember, that's like boss rush access, basically. Now that we have the goat head... Did we make him afraid? If so, that would have been bad because he could have popped up anywhere. But we can hopefully maybe take an opportunity to get Lump of Coal accepted. No Lump of Coal. If we're going to take Little Brim, we might as well take a Thame. And, you know, this really puts into perspective how very, very lucky we were to get... I almost slipped into my John Wayne there. I don't know why. How extremely lucky we were to get... that black card, because without that, we can't afford to take these deals with the devil. There's probably an argument to be made that we still couldn't have afforded them, but Little Brim is good enough that even with only one Demon Heart, as long as our DPS is good enough to give us a chance to sustain ourselves, I'm along for the ride. Shears is good. In fact, I think I may prefer the Shears to the Book of Belial at this point. Buy that. Check that. That's not really worth it. In fact, it's not worth it at all. But we needed the Spirit Hearts either way, so I'm not disappointed. And remember, we're gonna roll with the Emperor card. Maybe not gonna go to the Curse Room here. So the Shears is lovely. I'm not disappointed to have the Shears. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm just a little scared HP-wise here. But we have 2 bombs. If we can just find Tinted Rocks on the next floor, like, I'm a little less worried about what our life looks like. I think I've already made the ballsy decision on this floor of taking that, you know, super deal with the devil in spite of the fact that maybe we shouldn't have. Let's just be sensible. Grab the Emperor card, grab our Demon Heart, keep ourselves on schedule for boss rush, and, you know, feel pretty good about where we're standing right now. But I wouldn't, you know, kick a good defensive item out of the bed for eating crackers, you know? I know I've talked about that phrase in Isaac episodes before. I don't know why that phrase was, like, on vogue when I was, younger. Ooh, Maggie's Faith could be good here. Could be a game winner, actually, here. It was like, you know, you listen to the hard rock station in your hometown, and they'd be like, we don't play Britney Spears music, but I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers, you know. It's basically like, we don't listen to that pussy shit. She's still pretty hot, though. That was that was pre-2007, so just keep that in mind. Not that she's not still a goddess to this day, of course, but, I don't understand, you know, was this an epidemic? Like, it seems like one of those phrases that originated in, like, the Great Depression or something, where people they couldn't afford chairs, so they were eating crackers in bed. I'll eat in bed, you know, I mean, I don't like to, but I used to be single. And when you're a single dude, you're like, yeah, whatever, eat some Ritz crackers in bed. But, you know, you have to have some decorum after that point. And maybe what you're saying to me is that that's the point. That's the point of the phrase. But I've never heard any of my friends be like, man, my girlfriend's annoying me. She's always eating crackers in bed. Like, it's an expression that it has no basis in reality, in my opinion. At least that's my experience. Maybe I'm speaking from, you know, my own experience, and other people's experiences are different. I don't know. Either way, this room worked out well for us, and you can tell I'm starting to get a little less anxious with the quality and the oh my god, my timer, and the camber of this run. Caliber would probably be a better word there. Either way, mostly I think we're pretty good, but it would only take walking on the spikes 1 or 2 times to start to feel like things were getting a little dicey. That was really bad damage on my part. Now, low HP is always a bad thing except when it isn't. What I mean by that is there's a lot of deals with the devil that, ooh, be careful, that kind of benefit you for having low HP. Like, you know, Abaddon, it doesn't matter. Whatever your level of HP is, you're still going to have a lot of HP after you finish. I guess, you know, the more you have when you start, the more you have when you finish as well. That was really bad as well. See, now we are in that exact situation I posited, where I'm a little bit more scared. But if we fight Krampus, we will have a Shears charge charged up for it, so don't sweat that. Maybe HP? No, just speed. It is Krampus. And we did get a Black Heart as a result as well, so maybe we lucked out there. I'm going to take it either way. We also got another Black Heart from the skulls that we blew up. We're roughly on schedule. In fact, we're probably going to be a little slower here, but than we would like to be for boss rush. But the Emperor card, you know, it can double as a way to get us into boss rush as well, of course. For now, though, just don't lose any more HP doing stupid stuff here. We're doing really well from a consumable standpoint. Like, finally, we've gotten our consumable economy handled. Little Brim's doing a ton of damage. We didn't get Lump of Coal, unfortunately, but we're still not, you know, hurting for damage. Little Brim's killing it, and, you know, Judas plus Dark Matter plus Pentagram. Not the most amazing damage you've ever had, but not bad. We know now that the Emperor card exists, and we can tell it sucks to our Asmar and move on. Just kind of waiting on something to either put this run into question or blow it wide open. Friends Till the End was not it. I guess I'm looking for a big DPS or tier effect, but I'm always looking for a big DPS up or tier effect, and Spider Baby is not it. I'm not very thrilled to have it, I suppose. I'm not super disappointed either. That wasn't Spider Baby though, right? That was Infested? Was it? I was thinking, I was getting confused with Sissy Longlegs. That is indeed Spider Babby. I Can See Forever is actually pretty good here. I don't want... I mean, I do want to play... If I was going to live forever, I would go play that Fortune Teller. But I don't think it's good enough for us, considering that it might compromise our chances of getting to Boss Rush. And, like, I don't want the ultimate payment out of it. I don't want the Crystal Ball. I'm very happy with the Shears, but I would like the interim stuff that we could get from it. You know, the more, the merrier when it comes to Spirit Hearts and good trinkets, etc., etc. But we're still in a good position. I forgot we had Maggie's Faith. So we will gain 1 HP just for coming down here. It takes a few floors to really start to produce a noticeable amount of HP, but by the time you notice it, it's too late. But usually people say that in a bad way, but I mean that in a good way here. It's like an ideal room for us. We use the Shears and we get another Shears charge just for doing it. Get an Awaz rune. Doesn't pay out, but that's fine. And we can fly in for free here, so I think we should. Unfortunately, it gives us a Perthrow rune, which is just not anything for us. I know this seems ridiculous. We might as well try this. Yeah, worth it. We got a Tears upgrade out of it. Okay, yeah, so we're going to leave that Perthrow rune behind. We could be a little bit more aggressive and take it with us with the thought of going back for the Emperor card, or we could also just ditch the Emperor card and, you know, have the expectation that we could get another teleport card later. That was a tricky room. But I really value our ability to get out of Boss Rush on this run. A free item, when we're also going to be probably getting a lot of paid items, is pretty good. Dagaz, that's a classic choice right here. Saves us a lot of heartache. Leech is actually okay. And really, like, this sets me up for a pretty awesome BFF if I'm able to get it. We're going to start to have a vastly improved damage upgrade. Or vastly improved damage output, I should say. We can still pretty easily make it to Boss Rush. Haven't really had the game-busting item yet, although certainly Goathead has the potential to do it, but I don't think Goathead is really game-busting. I think it has the potential to, like, an increased potential to get you a game-busting item. You know, it's a little bit of a fallacy maybe, but what I'm saying is, you know, a good job doesn't buy you things. The money you get from a good job buys you things. It's just a very subtle difference that's really only semantic. But it does mean that there are some situations in which Goathead doesn't give you what you're looking for, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, that was like a pretty huge waste. But we're fairly insulated from consumable-related woes right now. Unfortunately, we're a little tight for time, so that guy's gonna pay for that. And the Shears is gonna do our dirty work for us here. This is really becoming a test for us. Is our damage good enough to make up for the fact that, you know, we kind of suck from an HP standpoint? So Succubus is awesome, but so is, you know, that Guppy item. I think I'm just gonna go Succubus, though. We're gonna give up the Guppy Dream, unfortunately, but I feel like I want more guaranteed value than, like, presumed value now, or potential value. And Guppy's Head represents potential value, because we're not going to take it. We're going to stick with the Shears, and there's a very real chance we become Guppy, and we just threw away our chance. Or there's a very real chance that we would have gotten one Guppy item, and that would have been it. Speed up is good. Bombs are key is actually good. Okay. So now we've got a little bit of a chip on our shoulder on this floor. We got to try to find the boss fight ASAP. Probably got about, you know, a minute and 45 seconds before it starts to feel truly urgent. That was really bad. I thought maybe we can get the Demon Heart out of it, though. I think I'm not gonna go to the cursed room yet. I'm just a little Steven, and life is a nightmare. No, I'm just a little anxious about it, I suppose. Our HP is not perfect, and knowing that we're gonna be rushing a little bit is probably not gonna help either. Tears up, I think. Was indeed. Bomb for a key, bomb for a golden chest. Oh, 2 bombs for a golden chest. But then over here we can get a bomb for 2 bombs in the bang the bang dicky if we're lucky. 18 minutes. Still plenty of time. Remember, the Emperor card is like, we don't really want the Emperor card to get us out of boss rush. It's like the worst choice because it only takes us 1 room back. But in this case, the worst choice is still pretty okay. Item room is non-negotiable. We have to do it. And we want to do it. Like, this is a tough choice, actually. Satanic Bible is certainly worth taking. And we probably need defense more than offense, but what can I say? I'm a damaged slut in this game. I didn't even feel good with that coming out of my mouth. It just didn't sound right coming from this voice. Probably wouldn't feel right coming from any voice, but you know what does sound right coming from this voice? I'm a hustler, baby. I just want you to know. It's a little bit more real estate left on this floor than I had originally anticipated. Okay, we've been to the item room. We have not been to the shop. I'm gonna very, very quickly, because the shears can do this. I mean, we could do boss rush. Oh, that was really bad. We could do boss rush with the shears as well, but it's pretty easy for us to do that, and then we should still be able to make this happen. Good money. Thank you. I don't want to buy anything else. I really appreciate your support. Thanks a lot. Okay. So we're getting out of here. I probably want to teleport out, but it's theoretically possible that we open with the shears and it just, like, we snowball so hard we actually want to do boss rush. It's a little bit like being Lilith. Take this. In here, we got to make a decision quick. We're going to take Judas' shadow. I think it's a lovely choice. We could kill ourselves, take Abel, and respawn with 2 HP. That's actually pretty good as well. And in here, everything is not very good. I think you do this. Grab that, teleport out. Now, I know this now seems ridiculous. We should have done this in a different order. But I think you still take Abel, and then you just get ready to respawn as Dark Judas. Oh, come on. Give it a sec here. Give it a sec. Yeah, I should have done this differently. I should have picked up Fate after we respawn as Dark Judas, and then we would have had 1 extra HP for the next floor. But I value getting the double damage here more than anything else. And the Fate pickup is still good for the permanent ability to fly. I just should have done it in a different order. Now, you're going to say it wasted Maggie's faith as well, but, you know, you can't have it both ways. It can't waste the Eternal Heart from Fate and the Eternal Heart from Maggie's faith. So, I'll take the L for one of those. I'm not taking the L for both. You know, 1 Spirit Heart equals 2 Spirit Hearts as long as you make it to the end of the floor. Excuse me, we didn't pick that up? It was. And a Tinted Rock. That Tinted Rock, 2 Spirit Hearts, we win the game. Yep. I mean, I don't want to brag about it necessarily, because, you know, it's just bravado, and if we die, we end up looking like an idiot. It's a treasure chest for free. It's a pill. It's the addicted pill. This is why I can't get excited about crawl spaces, man. It's only black markets for me. I just think that 2 Spirit Hearts might give us so much that we can't be stopped. We're not getting a ton of HP out of Maggie's Faith, especially if we keep wasting it, as I have on some occasions here, but I think that might give us enough to get ourselves out of this sticky run. But actually, like, this run started out not maybe being my favorite, a little almost too glass cannon-y, as much as I hate to say, but it's really settled into that kind of like, you're never comfortable with your HP, but I'm always comfortable with my damage. And that's an okay area for me to be in. I like runs where you never really know if you're never really sure if you're gonna win. But you know that if you don't take damage, it's very conceivable you could have a fun time winning. I mean, it's kind of a fallacy, because, like, if you don't take damage, you're always gonna win. But, like, let me put it this way. It's conceivable that you'd take less damage, because on this run, we have so much damage that we're doing, if that makes sense. You know, it's not... Unfortunately, Isaac is not as easy as just dodging everything. Most of the time, you know, the more damage you have, the less likely you are to take damage, and that ends up being extremely meaningful in a lot of situations. We've got to be getting close to the end of this floor. We know that there's one item coming. Ooh, it's kind of a red herring here. There's one item coming, and then the deal with the devil. And honestly, a deal with the devil has to be pretty unique for us to want to take it right now. It pretty much has to be Abaddon, 9 lives. Sin Robes would be obviously a straight upgrade. The Pact, probably I would take the Mark because I know myself. And even at the 2 Spirit Heart loss, I don't think I could resist because on paper it's just the right choice. You know, just don't get hit. Oh, it's right there. So let's be smart about this because it's not going to be an easy decision. Like, we can make a big mistake here, and that mistake could cost us a lot. Why is he jumping so low? Maybe he was afraid. You will be. You will be. Any minute now. I was gonna say, he just gets the tail to stick up, the fight's over. Holy Grail. Okay. Might as well, I guess. Thank you, Chaos, for the free HP. It ends up just being an HP upgrade, but fine nonetheless. Not really a hush fight, in my opinion. HP is just a little too low. Money's not that high. Of course, you get 2 item rooms, but with Chaos, it could be amazing, could be god-awful. Certainly, Remote Detonator doesn't really change my mindset here. It's weird, it's a fast run, but it hasn't been an easy run. And at least not in every circumstance. Curse of the Unknown. Actually completely fine. Small Rock would be awesome. A Spirit Heart is still very good. I think we made the right decisions on this run. Occasionally might have played a little bit below our weight class in terms of like actual dodging and shooting, but certainly I think from like a strategy standpoint, we did things mostly right here. And that's all I can ask from the old noggin, at least. If the fingers could be a little faster, that'd be good, but that's okay. I don't want to accidentally make a, you know, uncouth innuendo. Otherwise, I'd have to remove my YouTube superlative, classiest gamer on the website. Fart. Ooh, snatch. I don't know. I was just trying to think of the dirtiest words. Went from fart straight to snatch. There's probably a lot of room straight to, you know, go down from there, but let's not explore that design space. We gotta try. If it had just had Spirit Hearts, it would have been worth it. Is one of these good? Pretty Fly is good. Bombs are key is not what we need right now. But it's amazing how just like, you know, at some point, you don't really need defense if you just keep getting offense. In Isaac, like, it's definitely true, the best defense is good offense. If you can kill everything before it kills you, it puts you in a pretty good spot. It's like the inverse of hockey. Just ask the Dallas Stars. Now, if they win the cup this season, this video is going to look real silly, but that's not like for another 8 months. So I've at least got some time to feel superior. 8 months? 6 months? You know, it's somewhere in there. It doesn't matter. If it happens, it happens. Now, if you could, excuse me, please create a situation in which I could exit this room. I was really just going to bomb it, but you gave me an out with the shears here, so I wanted to take it. I wanted to respect that room. First mod I make in Afterbirth Plus, that room's getting thrown down the shitting... I was gonna say thrown down the shitting hole. That's not an expression that anybody in their right mind uses. Give me a good card. Bomb and a key? Can't deny. We made a profit from blowing up that young child there. Isaac's gonna go down, and honestly, we've kind of hit the point of like, I don't want to say stagnation, because that's, first off, it sounds like a terrible name for a pornographic website. Focusing on bachelor parties of young inebriated individuals. However, beyond that, I don't want to say stagnation, it's got negative terms. I'm really enjoying this run, but You know, we need a kind of like weird sad bombs tier effect to get me riveted at this point. Because we're tapping, untapping, tapping, untapping. Little Brim is winning us the run right now, and all I need to do is be a vessel for it to funnel its essence through. Okay, Holy Mantle's good. We don't need it, but it's good. Butt bombs, the ladder. We're gonna take it all because we can't do anything if we don't take it anyway. My reflection might actually be bad, but I like to take it just to see. You know, sometimes you can get some cool tier effects. And I think that we've actually gotten like 0 luck upgrades, so don't be surprised to see that be, you know, the sum total of the items we get on this entire run, unfortunately. It's not bad, you know, we ended up doing relatively well. We did get Mr. Boom as well, but, and it's gonna be a win, you know, as soon as, it's a cliche, but when you get that HP as Judas, you know, we had 3 HP on like the first floor. Even though we played pretty badly at times, that was enough to get us through. You know, you've already got so many of the boxes checked off as Judas. All you really need to do is not shit the bed, as long as you've got HP. And we were lucky enough to get HP. Bad rooms get the shears, everything else gets, you know, a bomb and Little Brim running down the dream. All we need is these guys to stand, like, relatively close to one another. The music on the chest gets so loud, dude. Did I get hit and take damage, or did I get hit and lose Holy Mantle there? I'm not sure. Dude, our bombs are pretty great. By Mr. Boom, of course, I meant Mr. Mega earlier as well. Alright, let's finish this one off. This is a good, like, a pretty... Yeah, we didn't lose HP. I didn't know that this... We learned something at least. Stopwatch will trigger on losing your Holy Mantle. This room warrants this. That's actually really good to know. You know, in a situation where you're playing as, like, the Lost and you have Holy Mantle, that's pretty big. It also means that if we really wanted to, we could deliberately lose Holy Mantle in order to slow all the other enemies down. But I don't know why, like, it's, again, one of those plays where you're like, wow, I'm so smart. But it actually ends up being, like, basically worthless. Like, I don't understand why we would do that, when if we're gonna get hit, we might as well just let them hit us, and then all the damage we do before we get hit is free damage that we can bank. But there might be some, you know, very unique fringe situations where it's beneficial. For now, this is like, it's a good run, you know? It's a good run to get our feet wet again. I thought we played fine. Halo's pretty good. I thought we played fine on the Keeper run. We just kind of, we didn't get good items. Let me put it this way, we didn't play 10 out of 10. Otherwise, we would have won. But we didn't get good items fast enough to have, like, you know, above a reasonable % chance to win. It's not like we threw a run away there or anything like that. So I'm not feeling, like, too disheartened. Kind of started this one playing a little shitty, but we got our sea legs underneath us pretty quick, and now, you know, even without having the world's strongest run ever, we're making smart plays and decisions here. We're gonna be done in a half hour, which is, you know, about par for the course for a pretty good Isaac run. We'll throw some bombs in there on occasion, and really, there's nothing to fear except fear itself at this point. 30 minutes right on the nose. Get out of here at 30:04. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.